Picture this, Mexico City, July 2025. You're in Condesa or Roma Norte, where jacaranda trees shade streets buzzing with people on laptops. The air thick with the scent of tacos and coffee. Art Deco buildings meet hip cafes, and you hear English, German, French and Spanish blending together. It's the new global office. But beneath the Instagram perfect surface, tension simmers. Stickers read, "Mexico is not your office, gringo, go home." The city's energy is electric, but now charged with frustration and displacement. Mexico City is at a tipping point, caught between global popularity and locals being priced out. Creative, affluent foreigners flock here for culture, food, and a high quality of life at a fraction of the cost. They're signing leases, embedding themselves in the city. It's the digital nomad dream, but for locals, that dream is turning into a nightmare. The very things that attract outsiders are slipping out of reach for those who've called this city home for generations. The city is changing fast, and many feel like strangers in their own land. Who gets to call this city home? That question is being fought on the streets. The digital nomad boom is both a blessing and a curse. For some, it's opportunity. For others, it's erasure. The battle lines are drawn, not just in policy, but in daily life, and the world is watching. Why the rush to Mexico City? It's the perfect storm. The pandemic shattered the office model. Suddenly work could happen anywhere with Wi-Fi. While other countries locked down, Mexico stayed open, drawing remote workers seeking freedom and sunshine. Many came for a week and never left. For those earning in dollars or euros, the city is a bargain. Spacious apartments, world-class food and weekend getaways, all for less than rent in Brooklyn. This economic advantage is irresistible for digital nomads and expats, but it's not just about money. Mexico City has soul. Museums, art, street food, and a rich history make it feel both ancient and modern. Foreigners crave authenticity, signing up for cooking classes, exploring markets, and learning Spanish. They want to be part of the city, not just tourists. The time zone is perfect for US companies, making remote work seamless. The city government even partnered with Airbnb to roll out the welcome mat. Mexico City positioned itself as affordable, vibrant, and easy for remote workers. The invitation was sent, and the world RSVP'd yes. But this open-door policy has consequences. The influx is changing the city in ways no one expected, and now the cracks are starting to show. What happens when people earning foreign salaries flood a city where locals earn in pesos? The math is brutal. Landlords realize they can charge much more to foreigners, sometimes triple or quadruple the local rate. Rents skyrocket, pushing out families who've lived there for generations. It's not just housing. Local shops and taquerias are replaced by trendy cafes and organic markets catering to new, wealthier residents. The neighborhood's character starts to fade, replaced by English menus and imported goods. Gentrification here feels like hyper-gentrification, a rapid, intense transformation. The culture is reshaped for a foreign gaze, and the unique spirit that drew outsiders is diluted. For locals, it's more than economic loss, it's cultural erasure. Imagine watching your childhood neighborhood become unrecognizable, your neighbors replaced by a rotating cast of visitors. The sense of loss is profound. It's not just about money, it's about identity and belonging. The city's soul is being commodified and sold. Locals are pushed to the margins in their own home, and the emotional toll is immense. Locals aren't staying silent, they're taking to the streets. In Condesa, Roma and the historic center, protests erupt with banners and chants "El pueblo unido jamás será vencido" and "Mi barrio no se vende." The demands are clear: regulate short-term rentals like Airbnb, cap the number of listings and enforce rules to protect housing for residents. Protesters want to reclaim their neighborhoods from the grip of global tourism. They're also fighting for cultural preservation, protecting local businesses and markets from being pushed out. The city's soul, they argue, lives in its small shops and traditions, not in chains or high-end boutiques. Protesters challenge the narrative that tourism is all good, pointing out that the money isn't reaching most residents. Instead, profits concentrate in the hands of a few property owners and corporations. The protests force a citywide conversation: who really benefits and who pays the price? Residents demand a new vision, one that puts their well-being above foreign profits. The fight is about more than housing, it's about the future of the city. And the movement is growing. It's tempting to see this as locals versus foreigners, but the reality is more complex. Supporters say the influx brings jobs and money. Tourists and nomads spend, creating opportunities. Many expats see themselves as contributing. hiring locals, shopping at markets, taking Spanish lessons. They view their presence as cultural exchange, not destruction, and blame lack of regulation, not individuals. But for long-time residents, these arguments ring hollow. New jobs are often low-wage service roles, while the cost of living soars. Locals find themselves serving a transient elite while being pushed out of their own neighborhoods. The promise of prosperity feels empty when families are forced to move far from their roots. Two realities now coexist. For some, Mexico City is paradise. For others, it's becoming unlivable. Both sides have valid points. Expats support some businesses, but locals are displaced as a direct result. It's a zero-sum game playing out in real time. The city's economic boom is shadowed by cultural erasure. The conflict is about more than money. It's about who belongs. The stakes are high and the outcome is uncertain. The world is watching how Mexico City responds. So, what's next? The city government is finally responding, proposing regulations for short-term rentals, registries, limits, and new taxes to fund affordable housing. But powerful real estate interests and companies like Airbnb push back, making real change difficult. Critics say these measures may not go far enough. Some call for rent control and major investment in affordable housing. This isn't just a Mexico City problem. Cities worldwide are struggling with over-tourism and the digital nomad boom. The challenge: welcome visitors and their money without sacrificing the city's soul or displacing residents. There are no easy answers. Real solutions require tough choices and political will. It means listening to those being pushed out and prioritizing their needs. Ultimately, it raises a question for all of us. What's our responsibility when we live or travel somewhere new? Is spending money enough, or do we owe more to the places we love? Mexico City stands at a crossroads. Its choices will shape not just its own future, but could serve as a model or warning for cities everywhere. The world is watching.